Hello fellow runners, Nicholas Chase here to talk to you about the ASICS Metaspeed Sky. Now, I have a lot of exciting news about this shoe since I just raced it, actually took it out real world race, Ironman 70.3 Des Moines, where I set a 2-minute PR on half marathon. The bike was a little shorter, but just gotta say, I still set my fastest ever half marathon at a 1:14 in these shoes. And I previously worn all the carbon shoes throughout all the racing I've done, and this one took me to a 2-minute PR in hot conditions, wet conditions. And this is what this shoe can offer you, and this is why I'm so excited about it. First, let's start with the upper. So, upper is very important when you're putting a shoe on and off very quickly, especially when you're using speed laces, and sometimes the tension can kind of vary differently based on, you know, if you can get it tight enough or whatever. So I found it was super neutral. I didn't have any hot spots, any place that cut in. I used some lace locks. The tongue, very, very thin tongue on this shoe. My foot slid right in, as it should, didn't bunch the tongue up. The tongue height didn't come up too high, didn't get squished down too low. It stayed exactly where it was, and it's secured also by this little lip right here via the laces, like most shoe tongues are. I ran with socks, and I noticed that the cupping around the edge here was just minimal enough that it was soft. It didn't cut in. I didn't feel any indents in my Achilles, and ultimately very, very smooth. The upper is made of recycled plastics in a lateral kind of strengthening position. So as you're driving through with your gait, you're gonna catch air, it's gonna cool you off. The shoe never felt hot. It's just super lightweight, super breathable the whole way around. So very, very comfortable. Now, when it comes to the width of my foot, it's a super wide foot that I'm running. And I usually do max out the width of most shoes, and I was very, very surprised the stability and the lack of blistering, the lack of bunching of my toes. If you have a narrower foot, you can see that there's a lot of space to kind of bring in this shoe. So the upper, lightweight, smooth, good tongue, good support in the heel, never ran out of it. It's a win. Midsole has some crazy named foam, but let's just say FF Turbo is written here. We're gonna call it that. Proprietary nylon foam from ASICS. It actually provides huge return on your investment. And that's what I've noticed that some of the carbon shoe companies are lacking, is they don't have the foam that brings about the return, the explosiveness, and it just doesn't carry the turnover as much. And this shoe is among the best. I gotta say, it's not a squishy marshmallow. You're not walking around feeling unstable. You are absolutely grounded, and you're getting the response you want. A lot of the carbon shoes, softness, it takes away the stability, and this shoe does not do that. Also, there's a midfoot flare here. As you can see, it kind of comes out on the side of the shoe. It provides extra stability, extra boost, and I usually land midfoot to heel striking depending on which part of the race I'm in. And it's a 5mm heel drop on this Metaspeed Sky, and the launch pattern was right underneath my hips, and it projected me forward. We'll put a picture up of the run. It just really carried my momentum effortlessly, and I love it. Obviously, I went fast, and the other thing is I didn't break down as much. I didn't feel like my stride was getting longer and sloppier. I felt nice and secure the whole time. The shoe absolutely supported my running style. Midsole, responsive, great foam, carbon plate, and 5mm drop. Outsole, look how durable this is. I ran in wet conditions. It was slippery, slick pavement with some painted surfaces on and off of running paths to roads. This is rubber that is taken from their trail shoes, so obviously a lot of grip. And even when you saw this in marathoning, elite marathoners are running in this shoe in wet conditions. Their final kick in this shoe supported by this rubber in wet conditions. So didn't even see any wear pattern after a hard race. I think I ran maybe, 25 to 30K in this shoe, and it feels amazing. The insole also supportive. I had a small hot spot initially, but that was just because my socks were wet, and that went away. So that was probably just due to the environment, not because of the shoe. And no blistering. At a price point of about $250, I went off and bought a new pair immediately. That's how much I like them. The shoes supported, finally, my running style, which is another key point. ASICS has come with the Sky and then also the Edge, the sister shoe of this baby. Now, Sky is going to be more developed towards a runner who uses a longer gait or a more powerful gait, explosive gait to drive more speed. On the other hand, there's other types of runners, and ASICS has kind of found it to be two types of runners that are going to be more general. So those runners are going to go more for a faster cadence to get speed. And we've all seen different types of running, obviously. There's no right, wrong, perfect. It's just whatever works best for you. The Edge is going to be an 8mm drop, and it's going to be more supportive of a cadence-driven speed runner. And this one, the Sky 5mm drop, is going to go for that gait enhanced drive. So that's me. That's where I found the power. It's light, it's fast, it's really stable, and I don't know, ASICS, you are dominating my carbon shoe market right now. Great job. I hope you all love it as much as I do. Check out my other shoe reviews as well when it comes to other carbon shoes that I've tested, and you can just see how I feel about those too. Thanks for checking it out. Nicholas Chase. I will see you on course.